When did you know that you had these gifts?
I became aware that I was a little bit different when I was about 7 years old, when my grandfather passed away, and I could still see him, hear him, and interact with him, and assumed that everyone in my family could do the same. But when I told them, I realized that they couldn't. I also realized they didn't like that I could, and it scared them. So that's when I realized, and I quickly worked out, based on the fact that I was born into a religious family in a rural location, so they're very traditional, this was something that they weren't going to accept. So I just had to keep it to myself.
And how long did you keep it to yourself?
And I kept it to myself for about, I'm trying to do the math now, it would be about 25 years.
Oh, wow.
I maneuvered through life still using it, still interacting with those that have transitioned, and being aware of that I knew things that other people didn't. And I
Yeah.
would use it to basically help my friends, but not tell them how I knew.
Oh, okay.
And so I
And
just maneuvered through life like that for a very long time.
25 years is a long time. I mean,
Mm.
I'm not going to I'm not going to reveal, but it's almost half of my life. In any case, Bronwyn, as you were discovering that this was something that was happening for you, did it cause any alarm for you?
It did. So by not being accepted by my family, my community, what it did was it created barriers within the family that I didn't share all, that I experienced, not only in regards to these type of experiences, but just life as well. So it shut me down a little bit. It also, that then flowed into other areas of my life. So I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be noticed. So it allowed me, or it actually didn't allow me. What happened was I just fell into the background because I was comfortable there
Mm-hmm.
and comfortable being what seemed like alone. I wasn't because of what I could experience, but that's what happened. And I really sort of shut down and pulled away from people because they just didn't understand, and they weren't willing to consider either what I was going through. So it did really shift and change things, and created even, I would say, unwellness mentally as well. And as I had to process and work my way through that.
Yeah, I would imagine that there would be some kind of grieving to go through as you were discovering that in some ways you were different from other people.
Yes, and that other people didn't like that.
Yeah.
And didn't understand that and told you to stop. So it really was a process of, how can you stop being you, and how can you stop feeling what you feel, and how can you stop experiencing what you are? But that was the expectation, to stop that. And so there was that internal battle of society, family, community wanted me to be something else. And so I was struggling to fit into that mold. And
Yeah.
that's what it created, that pulling back, not being myself, not speaking, slipping into the crowd through life.